Okay, Malware Gold Division Cycle 4, loser bracket round 3. It's as far as we have progressed at this point. So we're probably somewhere like halfway through. We have, I think, 9 series left is what I counted, so 8 more after this one. Should be able to get it done well within time before Cycle 5 starts, and then we have to do the whole thing over again. But this time, I've got Catman Champions taking on Solaire Club, and we have ALG and Mini Beaver from Adrian's family. Well, I guess X-Team, because that's not really team anymore, but hey, it's fine. It was a good team. You guys were good while you lasted. Presumably, I'm presuming you're still good. I'm guessing that you haven't completely forgotten how to play HoN. I don't know. It's possible though.
Yeah. I guess so.
Somewhat.
Mostly.
Are you still good? Are you still a good Erling, or are you bad?
I'm bad.
Yeah, forgot how to hook.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Makes sense.
I forgot how to hook.
The blind bans right now are Parasite and Ophelia, which is pretty
Standard.
like yeah, most junglers are gone at the moment. Like most of the good ones.
Tempest, the only traditional jungler really left on the board, and Cthulhu, I guess you can consider a jungler, but I don't like it when people do that because he's such a good suicide. But yeah, Parasite and Dr. Pulse are banned out from Legion side, Ophelia and Cthulhu banned out from Hellborn. Legion side going to start out with the Swiftblade pick, and boy, who's surprised? Nobody should be surprised. Followed up by Kraken and Bubbles, which leaves still a pretty good amount of heroes on the board. Magnus and Tempest and Rhapsody are the ones that are catching my eye. But apparently they can pick Blacksmith. No, it's Tempest. Okay, so Kraken Tempest combo on the Hellborn, and it's good. Bubbles and Swiftblade just get heroes.
Looking like a good teamfight team here forming on the Hellborn team.
Yeah. And wouldn't mind if they picked up to Magnus or something like, or a Rhapsody, I think, in their last pick, both of these teams.
Yeah, for sure. Rhapsody would be really nice in the Hellborn.
Alright, well, I guess they just want to cancel Tempest Ultimates.
Okay, Pharaoh picked there against the Tempest, which is logical.
Yeah.
They have 2 spells now that goes for Shrunken Head to interrupt him, which is really good.
Mm-hmm. Although I doubt Swiftblade's going to be...
No, it's kind of hard to save your ultimate with that, that's true. It still works.
It does still work if you get the correct positioning, so if you happen to get lucky, that's definitely possible. But I would guess that Pharaoh is probably going to be their main counter for that.
Yeah, definitely.
Does mean they do perhaps forego a jungler. I mean, we still have some options left, and likely ones that won't get banned, but could be seeing a dual support lineup on Catman Champions this time. That's Solaire last pick there, which leaves the Magnus open. I don't know. I would have picked Magnus there.
Well, the junglers that are up are like Solstice and Keeper, I guess.
Right.
The 2.
Lego,
so,
potentially.
Yeah, Legionnaire. But I'm not a big fan of these heroes, so I actually want the Legion team to go aggressive here, especially now that they picked Silhouette, they could really win the early game.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping they push on this aggressive strategy that they're forming.
Perhaps even an aggressive tri-lane. Silhouette.
Yeah, maybe pick a Glacius or Empath and just go all out tri-lane or something like that.
And just been banning Rhapsody out there, which interesting that she made it as far as she did. But both sides are in need of a support, so I doubt that he'll be heavily focusing those because could get screwed if he does that.
Yeah, we have the Empath up at least, and I like Pyro as well.
I do
especially
too.
Maybe for the Legion team in this case.
Yeah, I'm a big Pyro fan myself.
Yeah, I like Pyro as well. Yeah, for sure.
Everybody's a Pyro fan, and nobody picks Pyro.
No.
It's because it's unreliable in like a setup stand. But I like him with Pharaoh for sure. If Pharaoh can get like 2 people in a wall and you can just follow up with Pyro spells, it's so amazing.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
The damage output is ridiculous. Like, cause I get all sorts of people on the talk about how Pyro's a good hero and it should be played more and stuff, and nobody ever plays Pyro. So at this point, I think everybody's lying to me. Make me feel better.
There's people have mixed feelings about him.
Yeah.
They see his potential, but then they realize that he's so squishy and reliable on hitting his spells and having a high mana.
And goddamn, that cast speed takes so long for anything to get off.
Yeah. They actually have wild soul right click though, so they might go for White Zone.
Nah,
I don't think so. They already
I
have
doubt.
3 cores and be a
I
jungle
don't mind
Wild
Wild
Soul.
Soul. They already have 3 PK heroes on Hellborn. If he has an early mock, then their initiation game will be really screwed.
It would have to be a jungle Wild Soul though, and like
I think he is. I like the new jungle. I think it's good for him. So
yeah, maybe. I don't know. Keeper Band makes a lot of sense from Jisman, so
they're gonna go the Trident, I guess.
I would imagine
They're
that's
going
gonna be the case. Rev, I like that pick a lot actually.
Yeah, I love Revenant. Deals so much
Hellborn
damage.
Yeah, Hellborn has a nice team fight team, but let's see if they can survive the early game, because right now they have very bad early game.
Yeah. Lanes are going to be a bit iffy with Silhouette and Revenant especially. Kraken, great laner, but they're going to need something good.
Are we gonna see a Wild Soul?
That would be interesting. They do have 80 seconds of extra time on the Legion team.
I actually wouldn't mind Wild Soul here. I think it would be good. They already have a good early game with these 4 heroes already. Wild Soul could sit in the back and just farm his mock. And push
Yeah.
towers if they man up. I'd like it actually.
I definitely
it
see
wouldn't.
that.
It wouldn't be awful.
I definitely see that. I'm just worried because I don't think Jungle Wild Soul is particularly good, and that's pretty much the only area that's left open to them. If they're going to do something like that, where they just freeform a jungler for a long time, I'd rather have like Solstice or Warbeast, who have similar carry potential, but perhaps a little bit more early on gank potential. They're not quite as vulnerable, and
Wild Soul is a special hero. It's,
yeah, he's
hard to
different.
compare him. It's hard to compare.
He is. I think I want to bring up. I don't know if I assume you guys played Catman. Okay, well that's just awful. I assume you guys played Catman Champions at some point, but not with the Time to Die Marcus Moy editions.
I actually played with these guys. I had a real life friend who played with them, and I helped them a long time ago. But there's only 2 members here now. It's Sephiroth and Ramity. Those were the ones in the team when I played.
Yeah.
So they have 3 new players. So it's gonna be interesting.
I think Link has been around for a couple of cycles, but I believe Marcus Moy and Time to Die are new additions. Time to Die used to be Twisted Fusion's Suicide player. Marcus Moy's bounced around a little bit on various teams. He was on Instant Reflex, of course. And, good carry player, but honestly, they've been pretty impressive. I don't know how much Gold Division you guys have seen, but this newer Catman Champions team, it is the losers bracket round 3, but by this point they probably would have been eliminated, and they used to be like a mid-tier, lower-tier team, and I think they're really getting a lot better. So excited to see what they can do against Solaire Club, because Solaire Club is definitely a mid-tier team. They usually finish maybe a little bit in the mid, maybe a little bit higher of Gold Division, and
yeah, they've been around for a while now.
right.
So. But yeah,
so
both times.
They picked
Go
Andro
ahead.
last week
Yeah.
for more stuff to do counter the Tempest Hold, which is fine, I guess. I don't think they really need that though.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I'm with
always
you.
good with Andro though. I like the hero a lot, but if that was their main thought about picking him to cancel Tempest.
You've got Pharaoh, Swiftblade, and Bubbles. They really need an Andromeda on top of that.
Yeah.
Well, I feel that whatever Andromeda's can do this game, I think Pyro would have done better, to be honest.
Yeah, I
he has a
agree there.
he has a more safe stun, but Pyro has more magic damage, and I think that's more important here. They don't really need a physical armor reduction. It's only for Swift and a couple of auto-attacking heroes.
So they did send the Pharaoh bottom, and the Hellborn sent their carry and support bottom.
Yeah.
Or are they swapping
Hellborn is actually looking like us. This is something we would have done. Pick a really bad early game and get stumped early game.
Yeah, true.
Revenant's actually moving. It's going to be a Soul Bot Silhouette. It looks like it. Nope, Revenant's just hanging out with us. Okay, yeah, they're going to dual lane bot. I was going to say that'd be really weird, but yeah, the aggro tri-lane up against Kraken, Hellborn definitely called the lanes correctly, and they're going to benefit pretty significantly from this. Middle lane's probably going to go still in Legion's favor, but this tri-lane's not going to do too much against Kraken, and bot lane Pharaoh should get wrecked by Silhouette and Revenant.
Why
Hellborn
would
is
Marcus pull the creeps?
That's a good question.
That doesn't really make any sense.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure what his plan is here. He's sort of running back and forth.
Also, just like the last game we casted yesterday, with the supports in the tri lane, long lane, didn't really know what to do.
Right.
I'm already feeling the same thing here. Like, they should be moving mid. At least the other team, they ganked mid level 1.
Now
These guys are not gonna pick up
Kraken got the free level 2, and now I was allowed to
Yeah,
get it.
they're not gonna kill Kraken, they're just wasting time while Tempest, compare them to Tempest who's getting farmed. They're not even trying to kill him.
And Kraken's gonna get lane control right back because it's a double wave. So this is gonna push into the tower, and Switchblade's gonna try to tank it for a little, but he's gonna start to take a lot of damage. And
I don't
so
know why
hard to get lane control after pulling. Yeah, it's so hard to get lane control when you're pulling. So many variables that you have to think about. It's almost impossible.
So that was a bit questionable pull, in my opinion.
Yeah. And it looks like we'll have Glacius rotate over towards the middle, and in fact head all the way bottom. Obviously don't want to dual lane of bubbles in mid, but...
Mid lane? Oh, so close.
And Bubbles taking a fair bit of damage from this gauntlet, which kind of surprises me. I figured he'd be able to take cover of the hook pretty easily and avoid pretty much all aggression from Gauntlet, but I guess not.
Yeah, he doesn't have hook. Oh, actually he does. He... Never.
And Bubbles is really getting put low. Gauntlet now out of mana, but definitely doing better here than I thought he would. So.
Erling, when he played with Gauntlet mid against Bubbles, he usually won it as well. Mini-beer, he used to win that lane, so...
I think that's a pretty even lane, to be honest. Both have their lane damage.
Right.
But Bubbles can make more clutch plays, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's
or
where I'm going with, because like if you can take cover of the Gauntlet hook, which isn't that difficult, I don't think. Like it comes out quickly, but if your reaction is decent, you should probably be able to hit it.
Yeah.
And then once Gauntlet's hook is down, it's really not easy for him to do much.
I agree.
But 3 minutes in here, so we end up having the dual lane bottom with Pharaoh and Glacius, which is not really a normal lane. Like, there's not too much synergy between those two heroes. It's not like Pharaoh and Voodoo Jester, for example. Tree grapple there from Silhouette was interesting. Didn't work out very well, but...
This is not a good call for the Legion team. Send on Glacius here. They're not gonna win this lane. It's again, we're seeing this inexperienced support strategies, which seems to be a theme in gold bracket.
Well, it is arguably the hardest role to play. I waffle a little bit between Suicide and support. I think Suicide players often need to be more individually skilled, but support's not really a role that you can just like pick up. You know, you have to do a lot of research on warding and like,
bottom
stuff
lane.
like that. Yeah,
That is true.
we might have some trouble. Glacius just gonna take the first blood as she gets wrecked, and Wall's there as well. Actually, we'll see if they get a counter kill on Silhouette. Hellfire is doing a lot of work, and Pharaoh's getting this still pretty damn low, but it's not gonna matter because she is able to get on out of there and takes a health bot from Rev.
I think we have the same problem again with the syncing. So I'm at 14:00. I'm guessing you're like 2 seconds.
I'm at 14 minutes now. 14:01.
I'm
02,
14, 5,
3,
6,
4.
7.
Okay,
I think I'm same as Adrian.
I'm
at
synced
positive.
now.
Well, I'm at 14.
No, I'm
10. Okay. 11.
Yeah, I'm
well,
synced now.
Right. Either way, yeah. It's sometimes with the stuff I'm running in the background, the post-draft load takes a little bit longer. Anyway, Andromeda can rotate to the bottom lane. It has an Invis rune. Kind of hard to tell with that skin, but definitely is an Invis rune. And looks like they're going to form the tri-lane down here, which is what I was thinking they should do. If they want to shut down the Silhouette and win this lane, Swiftblade's just fine by himself against Kraken top. And they can use the supports to stack the woods and to mess with the Sil. Who's going to take a stun and just tree grapple away. Actually gets the freeze on her. We'll see if they can get close enough. Thunderblast is there. Yeah, this is a dead Silhouette. So nice counter kill on a Cannondorf right there.
Good movement now. Force. This is much better than just sitting around.
Right.
I would still like them to see mess with Tempest earlier.
Yeah,
but,
I agree. Tempest got so much space.
Yeah. they could at least kill his elementals like a couple of times and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And gank mid as well, but at least they're doing something now,
Right.
which is good.
Speaking of
So
Tempest, he is
Kraken-
rotating over, and they're both level 6. So Whipblade is still level 5. So Tempest Hall on top of a Kraken Hall here.
Oh.
Yep, there it is. And I would expect to see the Kraken ultimate. Yep, right on top of that. Easy kill on the Silhouette charge back. Glacial Blaster there also, and Swiftblade gonna die. So did I say Silhouette? I might have said Silhouette. I meant Swiftblade at some point.
Yeah,
Either
just
way.
like the last game now as well, you need to leave a ward up
Yep.
for their
Yeah.
former in the long lane. They didn't do that last time either, and he got ganked, so we're seeing recurring themes here.
Yeah. And Marcus Point is not a suicide player either. He is definitely a carry player. So this isn't a situation where they're like, oh, you get what you can get, and we'll deal with it elsewhere. The Swiftblade is their late game, and if he does badly, then they're not going to be able to scale very well.
Yeah.
So Pharaoh got ultimate now.
Yeah. And Soul's still level 5, so this wouldn't be a bad time to go on them, but Andromeda's rotated middle lane again. And I don't know why. Bubbles is level 7, so I guess if they get a Kelp Field on top of an Andro stun, then...
I honestly think that they Gauntlet can turn before they have enough damage to kill
That's
him.
very possible. He is
But
not
it
squishy,
He's
and
not
he has a bottle. But Andro just gonna...
discovered. I think he can go on for a kill on Bubbles. If he gets hook off, I think Bubbles should be dead.
yeah.
Or he
Oh,
can
God.
sneak.
Yeah, bottom lane, they will get immediate kill onto Glacius.
Wow.
Fair gonna try to counter onto the Revenant, we'll see if they can get it. Yep, ends up being a 1-for-1 as both supports die. So, sort of
The
each-
damage, the silhouette damage with
Yeah.
the Revenant Q was insane.
Felt like both sides were sort of aggressing on each other. Anyway, top lane, Swiftblade actually going to be able to get out of there as a stun hits, and Tempest is now out of mana. Nice dodge on the hook. Gauntlet is coming in from the side, has double damage, but Swiftblade's pretty damn fast. Is he going to be able to get through here? Looks like he will, just tell you to TP on out, so probably a good call, and the Hellborn will choose to back off.
Yeah, this is great for the Legion team. Now they're wasting a lot of Hellborn time.
Yep. A lot of Hellborn time, actually, because Kandor ported to the top lane. So I guess he's just going to sit here and farm now. Doesn't really feel super safe in the bottom lane anymore. And they don't need him to be there.
That's what you were talking about. Bubbles just he just took cover from Gauntlet. Hook.
Alright,
That's what you were saying. So
Should just... If he cancelled it a few times, then Bubbles will most likely use Panic, take
Right.
over.
Right.
But
yeah, that for
He did-
sure. Yeah.
top lane,
Uh,
Revenant
top
gank.
lane.
Yeah.
5 players from the Hellborn team. Oh, but
Legion
actually,
should know.
Swiftblade not going to get the Swift Slashes there, though, and Hooklet from Gauntlet back here release Kraken actually only get catch Swiftblade, and he's going to be able to walk out of it. Tempest is already dead, but Gauntlet Blast going to help finish off Silhouette. Bubbles coming in, going to get at least 1 kill. Yep, Gauntlet's dead. Kelpfield onto 2, didn't catch Kraken, but not that big a deal. We'll see if they can get
Oh, I see.
Revenant.
Oh, he
And he
gets
gets
over
S2 to the go to the clip, but is there going to be enough damage? Nope, there isn't. Stand March on the
Oh.
Revenant still dies. Silhouette now a
Oh.
little low, and
Oh.
Glacius doesn't have more than 1 spell, so they're going to get out of here, even though he's got full health. So it's a pretty good trade for Legion. 3 for 1. They do lose the Swiftblade, but they take 2 farmers and a support in exchange.
lucky Bubbles, I'd say.
Yep.
That was a great case of Hellborn getting. I mean, Legion was getting good potential out of their spells. Like they were hitting a lot of players with their spells, while Hellborn was just focusing single people.
Is there gonna be enough damage? Nope. Yep. Oh. Who's listening to me?
Probably Mini Beamer.
Who?
Somebody's listening to me. And their sound on.
I tried to sync the... I think I'm a bit behind you.
On the replay.
But you shouldn't try to sync according to stream. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's a bit far back.
that's delayed
I know.
by
but-
a few seconds.
yeah.
There is no actual
top
delay.
lane now.
It's just And Tempest coming in, 2-man Tempest hole. Actually, nice spin there from Silhouette. It's not going to save
I don't think
Glacius.
we will
And
get
so-
so.
Oh, there it is,
shoot.
huge
Wow.
ultimate from Pharaoh and
That
Bubbles.
made it work. It's so great teamwork.
That was awesome. Immediate, must have been immediate teleports once they
That
saw
one
that
must have been
coming through.
immediate. 4-second channel time in that TP, and
Yeah.
he was there so fast. That was great job. I'm really liking this Sifrante guy and hating team man with
The
him and
Legion have
talking on
destroyed a
Skype.
Hellborn
Yeah.
tower.
Seems like he has potential.
And Pharaoh's at 450 gold per minute. Just saying.
Yeah.
Time to I know
This
he's a really good Pharaoh player. I've seen him a couple of times, and
Yeah.
especially considering a lot of these teams' names and players sort of blend together because they switch so often and stuff. That
I'd
player
like to
hero
see
combination is
plus
good.
box this game. I'm sorry
Absolutely.
if I interrupted you.
No, it's fine. You guys get to interrupt me. The only time that I get priority is when there's a team fight going on. Other than that, feel free to make me shut up.
Okay.
Nope, it's gonna be a helm.
It's gonna be a helm.
Yeah.
I'd love to see puzzle box this
I
game
agree.
because Hellborn is so they rely on mana on like 3-4 of their heroes. So yeah, and they also have Revenant in this, which puzzle box is really good against, of course.
Yep. And top lane looks like they will be able to get a pretty easy kill on Swiftblade. Nope, Swift Slash has come out and it finally gets the last auto attack.
Oh,
Will they
but-
get the counter kill? Gauntlet's in some trouble, gets frozen, and he's dead, so they avenge their fallen brother.
This Bubbles is always on point
Yep.
on his positioning. He's always there. It's good.
Yeah, it's playing really good.
And him, Swiftblade, and Pharaoh actually are all out farming everybody on the Solaire side, so I don't know, kind of surprising to me that they're suddenly up there in GPM. It doesn't feel like they've been that far ahead in lanes.
No, but it is the team fighting and the
Right.
teamwork. They're really showing on the stats right now.
And so Catman Champion's off to a pretty solid lead at this point. 12.5 minutes in, they've got a 3.5k gold, just over 3k experience lead, which is where they want to be because they probably want to end this game sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
And top lane sort of fading out Swiftblade. Glacius hanging back. In the bottom, they're also kind of pushing the tower.
We have some stacks in the jungle actually, which is nice.
Oh my
On
god.
2 camps at least.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's good.
It's craziness. Swiftblade gonna spin some elementals, get some free gold out of that.
Well, it's only Swiftblade that can clear them efficiently, and I guess Bubbles.
Yeah.
So let's hope they do it. Not to let them get wasted.
I'd like to see Legion Force even more though. Like set up mid lane for example. Or I guess they're farming all lanes.
Right.
Oh, this is fine. Oh,
They're gonna go for
man.
gank.
They're looking for bubbles here, and Gauntlet wants something hooked, not gonna connect. So they figured something crazy was going on, and they're backed up appropriately, but only one tier 1 tower taken in 14 minutes. Just noticing that.
They have the uphill ward there, the Hell Legion team, so they saw them
Yeah.
used to invis.
Right. I don't know, I'm kind of surprised that they haven't been pushing more aggressively, especially on the Hellborn side with Tempest. I would imagine that.
It's because they're a bit far behind. I still think they can
Yeah.
take a team fight with the Tempest ult.
Oh, Tempest Aim is top. No, I don't think that's gonna be a kill.
Nope.
Don't have the damage.
They are far behind. I feel like taking towers is a way to get back in the game, though. Like, that's a pretty good gold burst. They have to do it carefully, of course, but in the top lane, they have a tower that's mostly dead, and they had a ward that just expired, but, anyway,
level
middle lane,
It's hard though, because they're gonna be
Bubbles
like instantly
gonna
lifted.
swap out, and looks like Gauntlet is gonna take a Comet Stun, Glacial Downpour there as well. On top of the Kelp Field, he's totally dead. And Dust was even used there, because Revenant tried to invis him, but it's gonna be
Oh,
Bubbles PK
close.
Wrath,
Right
not gonna
there.
connect.
Oh, are they still going though? No.
Yeah, it seems like they might still be interested in pushing this. I don't know if they're actually interested in team fighting, but they're going to do some tower damage, it looks like.
So
Top
Silhouette
lane,
pushing
yeah,
top.
Silhouette
He
is
got the
trying to
illusion.
push top, and yeah, she will be fine.
Well, it's still oh yeah, Delusion.
But you're not going to be able to get the tower, it will be denied.
Yeah,
So
so
play,
that's good.
clean up
The
the creeps.
Legion have
Move
destroyed
inside
a Hellborn
again.
tower.
They will even get me.
Denied.
Yep.
That's really unfortunate.
And they're going to defend bottom as well. Kraken trying to push in, but a teleport coming from Swiftblade, and not going to get to below half health on this bot tower. That's below half.
This is a
That's not-
difficult situation for Hellburn because even though they wanted to maybe counter push or push towers, it's so like easy for the Legion to just initiate on them with Pharaoh and PK on bubbles now. They can't even push. They're just so far behind now, and
Right.
Legion has the upper hand.
Silhouette can counter push with their ultimate even because of the Pharaoh and the bubbles and the damage after that.
Well,
So it's
yeah, if you
hard.
blink in with bubbles and use silence, you can't use this illusion to TP out.
Right.
They will be able to kill her in time before the silence runs out because they have so much damage.
So I think the Legion is like has this on lock now. Just don't make any big mistakes.
And their cooldowns will be coming back up. They've got Wrath of the Pharaoh, Kelfield, and /Sol available. Glacial Downpour still on CD, but they can probably take a team fight right now if they want to, though. Kraken just picked up a portal key. And that could be very, very helpful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tempest
it could
on
be good to go for a team fight with the pick someone up really quick. Could be for them.
They can get the surprise Tempest hold with the Invis.
The Legion have destroyed
That's true,
the
actually.
Hellborn Tower.
Okay, so they're trying to counter push mid at least.
And
Oh,
somebody
Bubbles is
ported,
setting up
yeah.
though. Bubbles,
Yeah,
do
this-
And
not
there is
Okay.
Kelfield, and there's the teleports that come in everywhere. Silhouette Illusion, that's actually a real one. What are we talking about? Gauntlet gonna fall as well.
Oh,
Wrath of
and the
Pharaoh is
Pharaoh.
going to catch Kraken, and he's setting up to try to avoid the charge, but it's already on cooldown. And is off cooldown now. He will still charge Pharaoh with him, and there are the mummy walls. Easy kill onto Kraken, and this is starting to go real bad real fast.
This is what I'm talking about. So hard to counter push against this Legion team. They have so much catch, like
Right.
we saw there. So
And their coordination has been very good.
Yeah, it was good, but at the same time, Bubbles actually ported in vision, so they should have seen him.
He
To
ported
be
into the tier 2, I think.
Yeah, he ported tier 2, but they could, if they saw bottom, they could see him TP.
Oh,
like
yeah, okay.
10
The Legion
seconds
have
before they
destroyed
could
the
jump.
That's true.
Hellborn Tower.
But that's just small mistakes,
Yeah,
I
well,
guess.
you make enough small mistakes, and all of a sudden the game, it's hard to win.
It's true.
They're gonna
They
triple
will
stack the
clear
Ancients, yeah.
Ancients.
So that's yet another
Oh.
swing that's gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt, yes.
And we're now at 10.5k gold and 9k experience. This is a loser's bracket, which means that you're not really interested in just giving up games, but Solaire Club might be on the verge of going to game 2 here.
Yeah.
I'd say the Hellborn is paying for picking greedy lineup.
Yep. And
They even got Tempest with 3 farm though. I think he should have done more, to be honest.
well, he got a couple of solid ganks off. I think the big problem right now is Sola just finished her Nullstone, so she's at 19 minutes on a Nullstone, and she's got 377 gold per minute, which is fine, but it's not particularly good. And
Yeah.
the rest of the team
Just-
behind Tempest just can't do anything. So Tempest on his own is like useless. He needs a team.
Yeah. Let's see what happens next. What the next move is. Seems like the Hellborn is moving into the jungle look for a gang. Maybe clear the ancient stacks. I mean,
Yeah.
well, this is actually
Yeah.
nice. You get 2 stack camped.
It's good.
And this is perhaps something that Revenant should even be doing on his own. I mean, it's nice that Silhouette's getting this farm, but Revenant can actually steal these stacks really easily and then use Invis to keep himself safe.
Or maybe if he maxed his mortification, but he's actually maxing the D5.
That's true.
Yeah, he is. I don't agree with that. think
No, I
a lot
like
of kids-
mortification.
Yeah,
I like it way more.
He would have gotten the kill on Bubbles top lane, for
That's
example.
probably true, yeah. And
So he has a puzzle box now at least on Pharaoh.
So they're trying to counter push bottom. Will Bubbles silence in time?
Nope.
He won't. So that's,
not even close.
Will it be in the orange though? No Marcus Moy. Make sure that The creeps doesn't get it in the net range.
Apparently.
It's nice to the Hellborn.
Although they may want that tower as a way of protecting
Yeah,
their
that's
woods.
true. Yeah, they would like to have that for TPs, I guess.
Either way, I think it's fine. Let it get into die rage, get rid of it, or keep it up.
Yeah.
Anyway, Pharaoh Rocket will spot Revenant, but he's not going to go on that, it looks like. Word of Sight knows exactly what's going on, but Legion side grouping up once again, and looks like they're going to push bottom.
They need to have Silhouette sit top lane and try to push the tower as well as he can. Try to keep an eye out for bubbles, and when they see him, he goes for pushing again. They need to just avoid team fights and get as much resources as they can without taking a team fight.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, they can't fight at this point. They just don't have the items for it.
Is Silhouette gonna go for PK here?
The Legion have destroyed
I
a
kind of hope
Hellborn
so.
tower.
I think she needs one.
It's either that or a Shrunken. I think Shrunken could be nice as well. They have so much initiation. They need to just survive the initiation, get their ultis off.
And top lane,
I'd like
Bubbles
to,
is
I'd like to see a
messing
Geo
with
here.
Tempest. But
Oh,
he's
is he
gonna
gonna
TD rune.
ult?
Yeah, there's the ult, and actually Bubbles is gonna die here. Nope. He is still gonna die. Nice swap, almost saved him, but Tempest is still in a lot of trouble. And last auto attack will finish him off. So
Should have swapped the bubbles, not the Tempest, because
Yeah.
the bubbles died to the creeps, because he was standing near
the Pharaoh
creeps.
no on.
Yeah, that's true. Could have been really huge for Manpro. Turned out to look stupid.
They got the counter kill. Everything's fine.
Yes.
Could have been worse. He could have. I don't think even think he can ult the creeps. So I guess it couldn't be worse.
Glacier Downpour in the top lane, wrecking this creep wave. Glacier's gonna get a crap ton of gold off of that. And I'm sure he's feeling happy.
Oh,
But items as far as they go, yeah, Puzzle Box finished up on Pharaoh. Swiftblade has gotten the Frostburn on top of his Blissful Skull. And he's also got 3,600 gold saved up, so apparently not feeling like he wants to finish off a Dawnbringer. My guess is Shroud, but I kind of hope he doesn't do that. Bubbles,
I don't think he
would
will
say-
do.
I would say Wingbow would be the best choice here.
Really? You think Wingbow would be best?
it's
Yeah.
gonna be a Shroud.
It's gonna be a
I
Shroud.
think.
Yep.
Because Silhouette would never get the
The Hellborn have destroyed
would
a
never get
Legion
the
tower.
Savage,
Yeah.
and it's at the same time they don't really need the damage at this point.
Well, I think Super should getting more tank items, like so he gets some HP, because Hellborn's main objective in team fights is going to be just burst Swiftblade down,
Yeah,
and a Shroud is not going to help him against that.
I'd say Wingbow is kind of like a tank item as well.
Yeah.
Damage.
I mean, if a tank item is any damage that, or any item that makes you live longer,
The
then
Legion have
it definitely
destroyed a
has
Hellborn
tank
tower.
properties because it's effectively negative 25% damage to your opponents. Right on the right clicks, at least.
At the same time,
I guess
they
so.
have a lot of magic spells and AoE shit. I guess. Shroud is more like ganking item though, but they are.
They're pushing, so I don't know.
Five.
Anyway, Kraken
Oh,
Trench
he-
gonna completely miss. Gets hooked back in, but they're after the Pharaoh in the background. Gonna disrupt everybody. Army of Bombs the Kraken already dead. We'll see if they can get anybody else. Puzzle Box minions are out. Looks like that's gonna be it for now. Revenant is putting the mortification up. Bubbles is in the middle of this. It's pretty interesting,
Kraken.
and yeah, he's gonna be in some trouble. Gets a Storm Spirit on the top of him. Revenant is gonna fall. Looks like in the background, Bubbles finally dies. Swift Slash is going off here onto a bunch of targets, and they will kill Kraken once again. Release the Kraken not doing all that much. Gauntlet with a nice hook back into his well. He'll be fine. Second buyback on Kraken, actually, and they will manage to catch out Andromeda. But I'm not sure if they can continue to fight this in the Legion side. Glacier's going to fall to Solaire, and Shroud from Swiftblade allowing him to get away. Pharaoh is trying to live. It's pretty damn tanky. There goes the Swiftblade spin. Tempest ultimate onto two. And is Swiftblade actually going to kill Temp? No, he's not. There's the Astrolabe and Cannondorf with a quad kill. Almost got Annihilation, but his bad-mannered team stole it from him. This guy.
That was a really
nice.
great Kraken buyback, saving money with those buybacks.
Buyback, yeah. That was kind of important.
Won the T5 for sure.
Yeah. And, okay,
They
so...
might-
So actually, before the fight, Silhouette bought 3 early game / team fight items.
Right.
And what's that? She bought Energizer, Ring, and Westmont. At least Westmont and Energizer. I don't
That's
think she
interesting,
had,
actually.
she had Ring all the time.
I don't
What
know.
is
if
under-
they're-
I don't think so. I don't know. Probably dying? Nope.
She should have been dead.
Yeah, she really should have.
She went alone against 5 people.
Well, I don't know.
Oh,
Seems
well.
like a good plan. And Legion's I definitely want to contest this Conqueror. It's actually not falling all that quickly, so Hellborn might need to be real careful about this. Haystream is on bubbles, and they're sort of poking in and out. Kraken gonna miss the charge once again, and let's see if they can do anything. There's the Kelp Field. Will actually kill Bubbles right off the bat, and we're gonna have a lot of deaths on the Legion side. Both supports also going down. Pharaoh is gonna be able to get the counter
Oh my
kill.
God.
Kongor is really low, but he's gonna kill Gauntlet, and now Pharaoh's gonna get in there. Here comes Kraken. Sola, he wants something. There's the token. Gonna be on her. She's going to use it immediately, though. Come right back up. We'll see if they can get anything out of this. Tree Grapple actually up, and it looks like Camdorf will be okay. So, very odd
was
Kongor
nice.
team fight there, but I think at the end, Hellborn do come out ahead. They got the Kongor kill, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And they got 2 supports, although only the Bubbles. They lost the support and 2 cores, so.
That could have gone so much more better for Legion if
Yeah.
if Pharaoh freeze right there. He only needed one more hit on Conqueror to kill him, but he just stood there not attacking anything. And Silhouette just went in and killed him and took the token. So it looked like he froze. Not sure about that.
Oh, Silhouette.
Yeah,
You
this
got illusion.
might be dangerous. Yeah, looks like she'll be fine.
Shield Breaker. I don't know. Not the best pick.
I don't like Shield Breaker. It's good if you're like ahead, but like this, I don't like it.
I kind of do.
You do?
She needs a shrunken head for sure. She needs a shrunken
I
head.
think, realistically, the only way they win this game is to get a big Tempest hole.
Yeah, I guess that's what they're
And-
thinking. But if she got the Geo this game, she could have split push so easy. And
And Pharaoh in the middle lane, gonna get caught out by 3 heroes with his Kraken on top of him as well. He's gonna die. But looking to a Shell Serpent won't be enough. Yeah, Shield Breaker's a lot cheaper than Geo's though, so she's gonna have it a lot quicker. And I think they think that they need more items like right now.
she got level 3 Shield Breaker though,
Yeah.
so she would have had Geo, and she could have even bought Wing Bow for the same gold.
Wingbow would have been way better than Shield Breaker for sure. I think. And then she could still save money for maybe a crossbow for a symbol or later. I mean, save his weapon.
Oh,
Yeah, big Kelpfield here in the middle lane. Are they gonna be able to get anything out of this is the question. Gauntlet's gonna be pretty damn low, and he's definitely gonna fall.
yeah, so
Tries to
they're
fall.
leaving him.
Yeah, and they're just like, bye. Wrath the Pharaoh gonna hit the creep wave. That's gonna be it though. Actually, no, they get the counter kill onto Silhouette. Onto Glacius, I
He
mean.
can go.
Yeah, that's
he
pretty
can go
funny.
back in now.
No, that's
go
probably
back.
not a great idea.
I think she could have killed and got out.
I mean, that's
killed
what
the Andrew
done.
and-
She would have died.
I think she would have died.
Yeah, but they couldn't have. They couldn't have stunned her, and
I think they might have had Bubble Silence.
They could have used Swap and then stun, or Storm Spirit and then stun. Nah, I would have done it, and I would have died.
I would have done it. Yes. Wish there was a
Yeah,
function.
Nah. But,
Oh, they actually used Andro stun on the illusion, so he could have swapped after.
yeah. Solaire Club are kind of back in this game. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was so big. He used buyback, and they only got one for one, so that was
Oh,
very good.
Yeah.
for Hellborn.
I mean,
It seems like the momentum for the Legion team is just fading away
Yeah, it
all
is.
the time.
and they still have a lot of farm on the Swiftblade and a lot of farm on the Pharaoh, and Bubbles for that matter, but now Silhouette's really getting up there. Tempest is doing a lot. He's gonna have Shrunken, I assume, at some point. I know. I figure even with the Pharaoh, they still gonna go for Dragon.
I think Swiftblade really
Yeah.
should have gone for that wing bow.
Yep.
In my opinion.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, Genjiro's one of the most expensive
he's
items
running
in the
into
game.
a Rev Ward
Yeah,
now.
there's a Rev Ward right there, so I know exactly where he is. Actually, Charge doesn't stun him, and a Kelp Field onto 2. It's just a silhouette fake, but Kraken's definitely dead.
So
And that's
Kraken
gonna be the end of
charged
that.
into bubbles.
Yeah.
So he easily kill-filled him.
And he didn't also stun.
Yeah, that as well.
Army of Mums plays a lot of Kraken, and I've said this before, but I'm not sure he's the best Kraken player. I've seen some good things from him, but I've also seen some pretty iffy games. So I don't know. I guess he just really likes this hero because he plays it a ton. Like I think
Oh,
it's
he doesn't have
maybe-
more buyback.
yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
it's
he's dead
man
too.
who likes the hero. He drafted
Legion had destroyed
Yeah, maybe it is.
tower.
So it backfires now that he actually buffed back twice.
Yeah.
last team fight.
That's a bit of a problem. So probably gonna spin in, and it's not gonna do all that much. We'll see if they can get anything out of this.
Oh,
Actually,
look at the
Bubbles is in
damage.
trouble. Barkus White is dead immediately thanks to Gauntlet, and he's got a freeze on him. So ends up being 1-for-1. But Bubbles gonna fall here as well, and now Silhouette is in. Shield Breaker's doing some damage. Waspor auto attack on Dramina will kill her. Glacier's gonna off the side and gonna try to port. Will she
Oh, the
be able to get
damage.
through? Yep.
Oh.
Just barely. Fair gonna have the mummy walls up and pushing Tempest away. But here comes the portal key back in from Syl, and this is definitely gonna be a dead Pharaoh. So Anador. is
Oh, no racks
crushing.
either. And they have the Tempest Hold.
Yep.
They can go push now.
Yep.
Remember when I said they were paying for picking a greedy lineup? Well, now they're getting the
Yeah.
fruit from it.
They are no longer paying.
They're no longer paying, they're getting paid.
So this looks like it's going to be a tier 2 tower in middle. I doubt they'll get that much more out of it. They still have a couple of heroes coming up relatively soon. Should be able to get at least that.
That was, although that was such a greedy dive from the Legion team. They didn't
Hellborn
even
had
have this
destroyed
Tempest
a Legion
ultimate.
tower.
Yep.
They could have just played it safe. But
Yeah.
they went too deep.
I didn't even see Bubbles that fight. No, I mean the Swiftblade. How far did it dive? 'Cause-
Not that far. He got jumped by Gauntlet.
Okay, so Gauntlet killed
Yeah.
him.
I mean, he's got 1600 health. So Gauntlet, Blast, Hook, Infernal Instability, that's the vast majority of his health.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember what I said.
Yeah. And
Needs to
Tempest
feel
is in a
pain.
lot of trouble. He's probably going to die here. Yep, he's totally screwed. And actually, the Kelpfield will also catch Revenant, but he's
Spin.
invis.
Spin.
So
Nope.
we're not going to see him.
Doesn't spin.
And he will be able to get away. Tempest is 4,200 gold saved up. So, I mean, he's got buyback, and he's got another buyback after that. And it looks like
Oh,
Catman
Andro.
champions are gonna.
Oh, is the courier gonna spot? Oh, the courier.
He's got
Oh, this is
invis.
close.
Nope,
Oh,
he's
he's
got the
gonna hit
invis,
this.
so I don't think you're gonna see him. And he'll just walk over to the side, drop by a port, and head
Oh,
back
but
to
now
base.
what is he doing? Oh, he's
They're
going for the
backdooring
courier.
it.
He wanted it.
They're going all in on this
Has been
backdoor and
Yep.
it
destroyed.
And is that gonna be it? Yep. Where's the Hellborn team? That was an interesting charge.
They even had the vision on the uphill right there, so that was interesting.
Yeah.
That it got away with that.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I mean, Revenant saw a courier too, like following them, so it's like, hey, I wonder where that courier is headed. Probably to their entire team. They had a lot of reasons to think that they were jumping, but I guess free melee racks?
Another pickup from Swiftblade. I don't really agree. He gets the brutalizer. It gives him some HP, I guess.
Right. I mean,
Well, I'd like to see him get no stone shrunken instead of the Gunjuro.
Yeah.
I think that would be nice. And yeah, after that he could have gone something more damagey. But I think this is just greedy. They had the upper hand. They didn't really need the damage. Now they do though, but it's too late. It seems. So yeah.
It's really even game now, I'd say.
and Silhouette has finished up her Geometer's Bane as well. Kraken working on Breastplate. But,
Silhouette should do more silhouette split pushing.
yeah. With as damage focused as the silhouette is, it really goes back to if you had wingbow and counterattack, it'd be pretty awesome at this point. Like, she'd take a bunch of damage from that, and it would save a lot of damage as well because of all the right clicks that she's pounding in.
Yeah, I agree. When she both shield breaker, especially the wingbow is even better.
Kraken has an eye, so that Genjiro are not going to be particularly effective as a result.
But it's usually not for the invis you get it anyway, it's pretty slow and speed. I wonder when Kongor is up, it should be up pretty soon, right? Like in 2 or 3 minutes. That's gonna be a big
even
fight.
less.
It's gonna be a big fight at least.
Yeah. And right now, Hellborn wards are pretty near the Kongor pit. They got one at the bottom river and one in mid just above the lane. And Legion, of course, have ward of sight down here as well. So they both have plenty of vision spotting out the Kongor pit. And you'd often say Hellborn advantage, but at this point I'm not sure if they actually have that much of an advantage when it comes to killing Kongor. But
No, the Legion still has the map control.
Tempest is he gonna buy Resto or what?
I guess? I don't know. That's,
Are you saving for
Solaire,
buyback?
kill.
Probably.
Glacius, yep.
And no stone even?
He should save for buyback.
Yeah, he should.
He should, I agree.
As he is. I don't think there's a problem saving up this gold, to be honest.
I would
Got
still
the
like to see him get Shrunken Head at some point. I know they have a Pharaoh, but it's going to stop them from using a lot of other stuff to cancel it, I guess.
They
And
have,
Andro. They have Andro too.
Andro, yeah.
Never mind,
Well-
I'm being... No, yeah, that's not a good idea.
Shrunken is really good here for Tempest because Pharaoh is a hero with farm and they can't really wait for him to use his ultimate. They need him in the fights to do work, which is a problem when you have a farm Pharaoh. Because he can't be in the fight and use his ultimate against Tempest. So
But Andro is just gonna sit out though.
Yeah,
So
that's
maybe
what I'm thinking.
even
that's true.
Those-
They still have Andro, so
maybe even an old stone, to be honest.
That
And
would
he'd
work.
sit
but they
there.
didn't have Andro. Then this is a problem with the farm Pharaoh against Tempest.
Middle lane,
Oh,
Pharaoh, going to be in a lot of trouble. He's going to get hooked back. Andro probably not going to be able to do too much about this. Looking for the swap, not going to find it. Now she's actually in some trouble as well, as she's going to get the mortification on her. Puts the comments on Revenant, but that's not going to be enough. Swap forward onto Bubbles, but will she be able to get out? No, she won't. Last auto attack. Silhouette can't find it for some reason. Anyway, there goes Gauntlet. He's going to be able to kill that. In the background, the Loose Kraken does catch Bubbles, so she's dead. Glacius also going to fall, so that just snowballed to hell for the Legion team. The one pickup onto Pharaoh turned into 4 hero kills as they tried to save him. And this is going to be a mid-tier 2, tier 3 tower, and probably Rax as well. Buyback on Bubbles comes through, but it's not going to matter. They can't stop this push.
Oh, it's not.
Legion had their window, but they threw it
Yeah.
away.
It's
Has been
closing.
destroyed.
And that's
A
going to be
Legion
mid-Rax.
barracks has been destroyed.
Revenant is pushing bottom out. Kongor's also up, so I'd like to see them just run, kill Kongor real fast, get Silhouette a token. And perhaps look to take bot Rax and counter. Looks like that's what they're going to do, but there's a gold lead for the Hellborn team now.
And also Conger is gonna get down.
I mean,
Silhouette have played really good this game. The way I've been farming,
Right.
even though they were behind, you always found gold.
I'm not sure if the Hellborn have led in gold since, like, the first couple of minutes of the game. Ever since then, it's been the Legion have been ahead continuously. And actually, Kongor won't go through, as respawns are too heavy. So no token for Sil, but still a really nice team fight and a good push. Looking for somebody in the Legion woods.
I think a lot of this game goes back on Swiftbase item choices. He dies so fast in these team fights.
Yep.
I think he needed a Shrunken and some more tanky items so he could be around. A Geo would be really nice.
Would be good. Finish your Dawnbringer at least as well. And 3,100 gold. Heart, man. Get a heart. People don't get enough hearts. Or breastplate. Kind of the Silhouette's right clicks. Probably better on Pharaoh, but Doesn't look like he's gonna
Yeah, I
get
think
it.
that
'Cause
would be
he's got-
better for him for sure.
But he's got barbed armor, so.
If he went like Frostwolf Savage or something, he would have been so much better carry.
But Legion side, kind of tired of waiting around and deciding let's just go take the
Oh,
offensive
they're gonna
here.
jump swift here.
Yeah, but again,
Oh.
Kraken missing the charge. He's really had difficulty catching them people here, and Kelfield
Yeah,
actually onto
he
him.
doesn't
He'll
have
get
a
push booked
buyback.
out. Sheepstick onto Swiftblade though. The Pharaoh will catch Kraken, release Kraken right on top of him though, and that's going to be a bit actually in the background. Anyway, they do manage to kill Bubbles and Andromeda right off the bat. There goes Glacius
Silhouette's
as
going
well.
down,
Silhouette's going to be in trouble. She's dead. Does she have a buyback? Yes, she does. Uses it immediately, and that's going to be the cue for the Legion team to back off as Silhouette is back in this fight. So, 3 heroes picked off on Legion, 3 heroes picked off on Hellborn, but definitely better pickoffs in favor of the Legion team, and they force a buyback out of the opposing team's carry.
Not sure if you commented on it, but Tempest got a sheep stick.
Yeah, I saw him use it. I didn't know who it was from, but I did see the sheep on too.
So he doesn't get the resto or the shrunken or the buyback. He goes for a sheep, which I guess is okay against the Swiftblade.
Yeah, he doesn't
So
have
another
Shrunken.
team fight. Yeah.
It's good when Swiftblade doesn't have shrunken head.
To be honest, I think Kraken lost that fight. He missed his charge again, and then
Again.
he started attacking creeps for 2 seconds, and then he got jumped.
And so not gonna jump on top of the Swiftblade, but
turn.
essentially
Oh,
she's taking a lot of damage. We'll have to tree couple up to the high ground. Fair gonna catch a couple in the background here, and Tempest Ultimate immediately can't. No, actually it didn't even go off. I thought it did, but good because the Hellfire was there, and that would have been very bad. But yeah, now Tempest no buyback, and
On the region rune as well on Swiftblade, that was great.
yeah. And
There is an
looks like
eye
they'll get Kongor.
inside of Hellborn's base. They should really pick that up.
Revenant should be invis and trying to steal his token. There's no detect on the Legion team, and if he dies trying to steal it, that's actually not that big a deal. So I don't know.
That was a great showcase of Pharaoh strength in like
Revenant,
narrow spaces.
20 health on that
It
Revenant.
just
Oh, Silhouette used ultimate for no reason. He won't have it in the team fight now, which killed their last fight.
Alright.
it looks like Legion is taking this game back, which is interesting. I didn't think it would.
Yeah.
Really back and forth.
They were in a good position and then not so much, and now they're all of a sudden
Kraken
looking
buys a
good.
new eye actually when there's an eye next to him.
Well,
I think this Kraken might be a bit nervous. It's a tight game.
And now it drops the eye. What?
Maybe he wanted one in Revenant. They wanted one on Revenant and him.
Okay, so Revenant. Okay, I didn't see Revenant picking.
yeah.
Oh, they didn't see the ward. Oh, that's huge from Legion. It was really close. Now they won't look there.
Well, we definitely have an even game. Less than 1,000 gold difference between the two teams. 45
So if you
minutes.
have 2 eyes on you and you use one, do you get cooldown on both of them?
Yep. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Well, so if I use an eye and I give it to a friend, does he have a cooldown on it?
I think
Yes.
so.
Yes. Both have cooldown.
Does the whole team get a cooldown whenever I use an eye?
If you use the eye and then you give it to someone else, the eye will have cooldown.
Okay.
It's not a team cooldown because you can have different eyes on different people and use them at different times.
Yeah.
But
So
you can't like.
I think it's so. Actually, maybe you can have 2 eyes at the same time and use them after each other.
Yeah.
It seems like a weird mechanic. If I have an eye, use it, give it to a friend, and then you get cooldown on
Yeah,
one
I-
eye, but not the other.
I know that it's like that, but
Okay. Oh,
Maybe you'd
oh
have
well.
to like. You can only have one eye in your inventory, and then if you pick the other one up after you use the first one, it won't be on cooldown.
See.
anyways.
Gauntlet going for an Arcana here. I'm not sure I like that. I'd rather see
so-
the first rank.
So first team fight, Silhouette actually will have an illusion.
That'll be helpful. But she's actually going for a wing bow with fortification be used here, and they have to do something about the Swiftblade because he's going to take the racks. They don't.
Oh,
Background
he's gonna-
Silhouette going to go try to the supports. Geometer's Bane is there, cracking into charge. The Swiftblade actually does connect on a charge once, which is nice.
Look at the damage coming up.
Yeah. In the background, release Kraken actually catching a couple of heroes. Swiftblade gets locked down. Tempest looking for an ultimate chance. They do manage to kill both Bubbles and Andromeda. Pharaoh also going to be in some trouble. Swiftblade looking to do something, but it looks like he's going to fall here. Has the token, but the rest of his team is dead, and he's going to come back and pretty much die immediately. And they did manage to take the racks. Marcus Moy does have a buyback, so does Bubbles and Pharaoh. And they should need to use it at this point. Should leave Revenant to defend the base and run straight top. And try to finish off that racks force buyback at the very least.
Legion doesn't seem that like they can make anything out of the mess that is the team fights. They they just run around doing things.
Oh.
Swiftblade right there. He was safe, but he walked right into the Kraken ultimate.
Yeah.
Full speed, just into it and got stunned and died. So.
And Revenant died to the creeps. Oh well, buybacks are used. As Pharaoh's coming back up, we'll see if they can get anything out of this. Looks like Silhouette Illusions are going to get killed. That's the real Silhouette, actually. And she's going to hook herself back up there, but walk right down the cliff, and now she's dead!
What?
That was not a good plan, Silhouette. They do kill the tower, but they get no racks. And still trying not to use a buyback here, but the Legion could push in mid, and that could end the game. So she's going to need to buy out.
Yeah.
They're gonna try to make it. They're gonna try to force it at least. Let's see if they actually go for it all out though.
No Tempest Hole. No Silhouette Illusion.
Yeah, but Swiftblade still doesn't have Shrunken Head. He finishes Stormbringer. I'm not a big fan.
Why would they get Stormbringer? He still get another item slot. Like if you have full maxed out, I guess it's fine going Stormbringer. But
he's still very vulnerable. He has 2 items that give him a little bit strength, but other than that, there's nothing. He doesn't have investment. If Kraken charges him and Gauntlet jumps him, just like 2 auto attacks from Silhouette, he's dead. Which I'm not a big fan of.
he used 2200 on a light brand effect. Now it doesn't give him anything, to be honest.
Oh.
Yeah.
Guess he can farm a bit faster, but yeah.
Not exactly what he needs.
The only thing I can think of is that he wants the gold or the space to teleport, just in case.
Oh, that's true. He might also be feeling that mobility is a problem in these team fights, which is why he bought Dash, Dawn, and Indus.
Pharaoh.
He keeps using his illusions to feed though.
Yep.
They can. Last team fight they won because he had illusion up. The fight before that they lost really hard because he died when he jumped in.
Yeah, that's true.
So those illusions are really important, and he's not gonna have a buyback in the next fight either.
Yeah, this is the one who kills the other carry first wins. Is basically the game right now.
Well, they still have a buyback on Swiftblade. So.
And yes, that as well. So you will need to kill Swiftblade twice.
I think it does depend. If they get Swiftblade, Pharaoh, and Bubbles, I'm not sure if Swiftblade by himself will be able to do much. Like especially if there's a bunch of Hellborn heroes up. But yeah, they do have to be worried about that last token. Okay, apparently chat's saying he had token and 5,000 gold while they pushed into the base, which is why he bought the Dawnbringer. So he used the spot on token. And he's just like, well, I got 5k gold. I might as well just finish the Dawnbringer.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
It's good. So having no delay is nice because chat can tell us when we're being stupid.
True.
The chat loves to do that.
There's a Savage Mates on Swiftblade, so that's going to counter the wing well. And
oh, he's not gonna have buyback now though.
Yep. Could be a problem. Andro getting a little bit of damage, but Silhouette Illusion will just be
He wastes illusion again. If they go push now. But they can't really go push now because Swiftblade doesn't have buyback.
Right. Now they're at the point where if they kill Swiftblade, they probably win the game.
A lot of.
And there it is, and they're going to try to catch him. He's going to be in a lot of trouble. Pharaoh is there, a huge Kraken ultimate, just going to die right off the bat, and there goes Kraken as well. But there goes Bubbles, and now all of a sudden the Tempest Hole can't be cancelled. Switchblade's going to get the sheep stick out, Pharaoh's dead. The rest of the team is destroyed. He's got Invis, though, and nobody has detection, so he's going to run away.
There's an eye on the ground. They're not picking.
Nobody has space.
Well, Tempest does, apparently, but that's interesting. No buyback on Bubbles or Pharaoh. Revenant now going to push this, but Swiftblade's going to backdoor, which is a good call.
That's a really good call.
So
the petitioning is failing again and again on the Legion team. Again, they get like 3 people in the Kraken ultimate.
It's just going for the win.
oh, they're going throne.
Yeah, they're just going for the win.
Destroyed.
And
So
this is going to be difficult, actually, because they can kill this. They can kill us before Bubbles and Pharaoh come back. Swiftblade needs to come back and defend this. This is going to be game.
This is going to be close at least.
No, it's going to... I can't do anything. Swiftblade
it's
cannot
game.
do anything.
Look at silhouette damage. She
Yeah.
gets 4 illusions. No 3.
And Glacius is just going to run in there and die. And before Swiftblade even gets here, the tree is going to die.
Defeat.
Wow, that happened so sudden.
Yeah, I did not see that strategy
Like,
coming,
took
but
quick turn the whole game.
definitely it was a
Really
good one.
back and forth game.
Yeah.
Both
So
teams seem to play like take it back and both take it back and throw it at the same time.
What I found weird about that last team fight was Tempest got whole ultimate off, but he didn't even try to go for defensive items, so he could ulti. So he had a sheep stick, and still he got his full ultimate off.
Yeah.
So that was kind of poor from the Legion side, not saving
Yeah.
any spells.
Again, I
That's
think the
really-
Legion early game they had good coordination and team fighting, but at the late game they fell behind on positioning and looks like they were getting stressed or something.
Right. Well, that'll definitely do it for game 1. Solaire Club taking, I would say, a surprising victory, as they were down for a large majority of that game, and then, yeah, a couple of perhaps positioning issues, some communication issues, not really being sure who's supposed to cancel the Tempest ultimate, and as a result, get a full duration off, they wipe the team, and then they take the win. So that'll take us into game 2. Solaire Club up 1-0, and we'll be right back, guys.